ladies. I've observed great difference between these two kings, ours is Sicilian, and this, his friend of Bohemia.
Which is the more noble, would you say? Our Leontes or the other?
Polixenes bears himself
Ooh.
and is most honourable.
So is Leontes.
How came this friendship in our nations? It seems most strange that Polixenes and Leontes, so separate in nature, should form so close a bond.
They were trained together in their childhoods, and there rooted betwixt them then such an affection, which cannot choose but grows stronger even now.
Yet an ocean divides their royal persons.
Indeed, but their encounters, though not in person, have been royally conducted through interchange of gifts, letters, loving embassies, such that they have seemed to be together, though absent, and shook hands as over a gulf, and embraced, as it were, from the ends of the coast wind.
Mighty friendship indeed, worthy of great kings.
I think there is not in the world either malice or matter to alter it.
'Tis full 9 months that Bohemia has resided here in Sicilia, and their loves are undimmed, it seems.
True, but now I hear Bohemia has declared its intent to return to his long vacant throne.
Does this not dismay all Leontes?
Aye, it does, and our good Queen Hermione too, who has shown herself a most loyal and generous hostess to her husband's friend.
How sad that Polixenes has no such wife as his own.
Bohemia feels her loss most keenly.
I have heard that Bohemia's loss was also Bohemia's joy.
True, for in that loss Bohemia gained a son, who they now say grows to a young prince, fit to rival our own sweet Cornelius.
Ladies, you must be gone. The king and queen come hence in privy conversation with Polixenes. Away!
We shall. Blessings fall on our royal partners.
9 months have passed since we left our throne. Time has long again been full of. Our brother, with our thanks. I multiply with one, we thank you, thousands more.
Stay your thanks and pay them when you part.
Sir, that's tomorrow. I'm sure my chance will bring upon our absence. Besides, I've stayed to tie your royalty.
We are tougher, brother, than you put us to.
No longer stay.
1 7-night longer.
No, indeed, tomorrow.
Tongue-tied our queen? Speak you.
I am most sure that all of Bohemia is well.
Well said, Hermione.
You'll stay a 7-night longer.
No, madam.
Then of your royal presence, I'll adventure the borrow of 1 week. Will you stay?
I may not, truly.
Then you force me to keep you as a prisoner, not a guest. How say you, my prisoner? Or my guest? One of them you shall be.
Your guest, then, for 1 week more.
He'll stay, my lord.
At my request, he would not. Hermione, my dearest, thou never spoke to better purpose.
Never?
Never, but once.
What? Have I twice spoke well? When was it before? My last good deed was to entreat to stay. What was my first? Nay, let me have it.
Why, that was when 3 crabbed months had passed, ere I could make thee open thy white hand and call thyself my love. Then didst thou utter, I am yours forever?
'Tis grace indeed that I have spoken to the purpose twice. The one for ever earned a royal husband, the other for some while, a friend.
Too hot. Too hot. To mingle friendship far as mingling bloods. My heart dances, but not for joy. Not joy. To be paddling palms and pinching fingers as they now are, and to be making practice smiles and then to sigh. Oh, that is entertainment my bosom likes not, nor my brows. Laminius, art thou my boy? Oh.
Aye, my good lord.
They say we are almost as like as eggs. Women say so. That will say anything. Sweet villain, affection, thy intention stabs the scent that thou dost make possible things not so held. How can this be? And I do fear the infection of my brains and hardening of my brows.
What means, Cecilia?
Something seems unsettled. Are you moved, my lord?
No, in good earnest. Looking on the lines of me boy's face, methought I did recall 23 years, and saw myself then as I was to this gentleman. My brother, are you so fond of your young Prince Florizel as we are of ours?
He's all my exercise, my mirth, my matter. Now my sworn friend, and now mine enemy. My parasite, my soldier, statesman, or he makes a July's day the shortest December.
So stands this squire with me. Hermione, how much thou love us, showing our brothers welcome. Next to thyself and my young rover, he's closest to my heart.
If you would seek us, we are yours in the garden. Shall we attend you there?
To your own wills dispose you. You'll be found, be you beneath the sky. I am angling now, though they perceive not how I give line. I'm gone already, inch thick, knee deep over head and ears, a forked one. Go, play, boy, play! There have been, or I am much deceived, cockholds ere now, and many a man there is, even at this present now while I speak this, holds his wife by the arm that little thinks she has been sluiced in his absence, and is pond fished by his neighbour. Thousands have the disease, yet know it not. How now, boy?
I like you, they say?
Why, that's some comfort. What, Camilla there?
Aye, my good lord.
Go, play Mamilius. Thou art an honest man. Camilla, this great soul will stay yet longer.
You had much ado to make his anchor hold. He would not stay at your petitions.
How came it then, Camilla, that he did stay?
At the good queen's entreaty.
Aye, but why?
To satisfy your highness and the entreaties of my mistress.
Satisfy the entreaties of your mistress. Let that suffice. I have trusted thee, Camilla, with all things dear to my heart, where priest-like thou hast cleansed my bosom. Have you not seen, Camilla, how my wife is slippery? Confess, and say my wife's a hobby horse, as rank as any
I
wench.
would not hear my mistress clouded so. My lord, you never spoke what did become you less than this. Please be cured of this diseased opinion.
Is whispering nothing? Is leaning cheek to cheek, kissing with inside lips, skulking in corners? Why, in all the world, and all that in it is nothing, Bohemia nothing, my wife nothing, if this be nothing.
Good my lord, be cured of this diseased opinion, and quickly, that is most dangerous.
Say it be, for I know it is true.
No, no, my lord.
It is, you lie, you lie. My wife, I say, is infected.
Who does infect her?
Why, he that wears her like a medal, hanging about his neck, Bohemia, who, if I had servants true about me, would do that which should undo more doing. Aye, and thou, thy close attendant, might bespice a cup to give mine enemy a lasting sleep.
Sir, my lord, I could do this, but I cannot believe this crack to be my noble mistress.
Dost thou think I am so muddy, so unsettled to appoint myself in its vexation, sully the purity and whiteness of my sheets without right moving to it? Would I do this?
I must believe you, sir. I do, and will fetch off Bohemia as you command, provided that when he's removed, the highness will take again your queen as yours is first, even for your son's sake.
As thou dost advise me, I have set down for my course. I'll give no blemish to her honour, none.
Good. With the face of friendship, keep with your queen, and with Bohemia.
I will seem friendly, as thou hast advised me.
Oh, miserable lady. And I must be the poisoner of good Polixenes. And my reason to do it is obedience to a master and rebellion with himself. I'll not do it. I must forsake the court. Oh, happy star of rain now. Here comes Polixenes.
Good day, Camilla.
Hail, most royal sir.
The king hath on him such a stern appearance. Just now, I met him my usual greeting, but he turned his face from me and sped from me. What change does his manner?
dare not know, my lord.
Dare not, or do not. Tell me, Camilla.
Sir, I will tell you. I've been appointed to murder you.
Murder? By whom?
By the king.
For what?
He swears that you've touched his queen forbiddenly.
Why thinks he so?
I know not, but you must await tonight. I'll put my fortunes to your service, which are here by this discovery lost. But be not uncertain. By the honour of my parents, I swear I've uttered truth.
I do believe thee. I saw his heart in his face. Give me thy hand, Camilla. Be pilot to me. This jealousy is for a precious creature. As his rare must it be great, and his person's mighty must be violent. Fear overshades me. Good expedition be my friend, and protect the gracious queen.
It is in my authority to command the keys of all the gates. Come, sir, away.
Take the boy to you. He so troubles me. 'Tis past enduring.
Come, my gracious lord. Shall I be your playfellow?
I know you for the Lady Amelia. No, I'll none of you.
Why, my sweet lord?
You kiss me hard and speak to me as if I were a baby still. I know you for the Lady Paulina, and I love you better.
And why so, my lord?
Your brows are blacker, and black brows, they say, become some women's best, so they're not too much hair there, but in a semicircle or a half moon they could get.
Who has taught you this?
I learned it out of women's faces. Pray now, what colour are your eyebrows?
Blue, my lord.
Nay, that's not true. I have seen a lady's nose that's been blue, but not the eyebrows.
The queen, your mother, grows round apace. We shall present our services to a fine new prince one of these days, and then you would miss our play, young prince.
She is spread of late into a goodly bulk. Good time encounter her.
What wisdom stirs amongst you? Come, sir, I'm for you again. Pray you, sit by us and tell us a tale.
Merry or sad shall it be?
As merry as you will.
A sad tale's best for winter. I have won the sprites and goblins.
Let's have that, good sir. Come on, do your best to frighten with your sprites. You're powerful at it.
There was a man dwelt by a churchyard. I will tell it softly in your ears so the cricket shall not hear.
Was he met there? And Camilla with him?
Behind the tuft of pines I met them. Never saw I men so hurrying the way. I washed them even to their ships.
How blessed am I in my true opinion! There is a plot against my life, my crown. How came the gate so easily open?
By Camilla's authority, which often hath no less prevailed than so on your command.
That false villainess was pre-employed by him, I know it too well. Lady, give me the boy. There is too much of you in him.
What is this? Sport?
Bear the boy hence, he shall not come about her. Emilius, away, I shall come to you in good time. Go, boy, and play. Now let her sport herself with that she's big with, for 'tis Polixenes that has made thee swell thus.
I say he did not. And we sworn you would believe my saying, however you lean to the contrary.
You, my lords, look on her, mark her well, and be it known to all, from him that has most cause to grieve it should be. She's an adulteress.
My lord, say not so. Should a villain say so, were he the most replenished villain in the world, more villain would he be. You, my lord, do but mistake.
You have mistook, my lady, Polixenes for Leontes. I have said she's an adulteress. I have said with whom more she's a traitor, and Camilla was confederate with her.
No, by my life. How will this grieve you, when you shall come to clearer knowledge that you thus have published me?
My lord,
Away with her! To prison! He who speaks for her is himself guilty that he speaks.
There's some ill planet reigns. I must be patient till the heavens look with an aspect more favourable. Beseech your highness, my women may be with me. For you see, my plight requires it. Adieu, my lord. I never wish to see you sorry. trust I shall. Paulina, Amelia, come. You have leave.
Go. Do our bidding. Hence.
Beseech your highness, call the queen again.
Be certain what you do, sir, lest your justice prove violence, in the which 3 great ones suffer, yourself, your queen, your son.
For her, my lord, I dare lay down my life. Please you to accept it, that the queen is spotless in the eyes of heaven. And in this, which you accuse her.
Hold your peace.
Good, my lord, it is for you we speak, not for ourselves. You are accused. And by some villain that will be damned for it.
What? Lack I credit?
I'd rather you did lack than I, my lord, upon this ground. And more it would content me, to her on the truth, than your suspicion.
We need no more of your advice. For confirmation, I shall send to sacred Delphos, to Apollo's temple, whose oracle will tell all. Dion, that shall be your charge. Take Cleomenes with you and make all haste.
We shall, my lord.
Now from the oracle they will bring all, whose counsel shall stop or spur me. Have I done well, Antigonus?
You have, my lord.
Though I am satisfied, and need no more than what I know, yet shall the oracle give rest to the minds of others. Come, follow us. We are to speak in public, for this business will raise us all.
Till after, as I take it, if the good truth were known.
The Queen is much upon her time, and this her dismal cell. I'll call upon the keeper of the prison, summon to him. Let him have knowledge who I am. Jailer! You that hold the door against your majesty, I call upon you! Good lady, no court in Europe is too good for thee. What dost thou then in prison? Now, good sir, you know me, do you not?
For a worthy lady, I wonder who much I honour.
Pray you then, conduct me to the Queen.
I may not, madam. To the contrary, I have expressed
Is
commandment.
it lawful then to see her women? Amelia tends upon her still.
So please you, madam. I shall bring Amelia forth.
But pray you now, call her here.
And madam, I must be present at your conference.
Well, be it so, prithee. It is much ado, to make no stain as passes colouring. To your friends, Amelia. How fares our gracious lady?
As well as one so great and so forlorn may hold together, on her frights and griefs, which never tender lady hath grown greater. She is something before her time delivered.
A boy?
A daughter, a goodly babe, lusty and light to live. The Queen receives much comfort in it, and says, my poor prisoner, I am as innocent as you.
The king must be told of it, and he shall. I'll take the office upon me. Pray you, Amelia, commend my best obediences to the Queen. If she dares trust me with her little babe, I'll take it the king. You do not know how he may soften at the sight of the child. The silence often of your innocence may persuade when speaking fails.
Most worthy madam, your honour and your goodness is so evident that there is no lady living so suited to this great errand. Please your ladyship to visit the next room. I'll presently acquaint the Queen with your most noble offer, who but today herself spoke of such a design, but dare not tempt the mystery of honour, lest she should be denied.
Tell her, Amelia, I'll use this tongue I have upon me. Let it not be doubted, I shall do good.
Now be you blessed for it. I'll to the Queen, and fetch the babe. Pray heaven for good issue.
If it please the Queen, send the babe. I know not how I can care to pass it, having no warrant.
You need not fear it. This child was prisoner to the womb, and is by law and process of great nature thus freed and enfranchised. No party to the anger of the king.
I do believe it. I shall allow the child to pass unhindered with your good self.
I will stand betwixt you and danger.
night, and day, no rest. It is but weakness to bear the matter thus, mere weakness. Antigonus, thou wast ever loyal. What sayest thou, Antigonus, to this treachery of our queen?
Only I say all who do honour her and know her well. We scarce can credit this belief, my lord, and urge you still to bring her home to court. Yon cell is poor shelter for a queen, whatever fault.
I'll not have her about me. She has sworn against my life, Antigonus.
My liege, you say so. The higher gods alone can show the truth. More than that, I cannot and I will not say.
Some sign of her fault I do read in this late sickness of my boy. For conceiving the dishonour of his mother, he straight declined. Threw off his appetite, his spirit, and downright languished. Good ladies, who tends the prince?
Some gentlewoman of your royal chamber, my lord. I spoke with one within this last hour, who brings no happy report. Fever and sickness yet trouble his brow.
Give leave. Admit me to the king's presence.
Paulina, be gone and quickly off beyond the king's
He must
right.
hear me.
Do you not know that the king's son lies in mortal sickness? Paulina, leave this
Nay,
place.
rather my husband be second to me. Say you his tyrannous passion more than the queen's life?
Enough, Paulina. That passion you speak of may turn against you the way to the hair.
Madam, he had not slept tonight. He commanded none should come in.
I come to bring him rest and purge him of that dreadful sickness that robs his sleep.
What noise there? Oh!
No noise, my lord, but needful conference with your highness.
Away with that audacious lady! Antigonus, I charge you she should not come to me. Canst not overrule her, man?
I told her so, my lord. She should not visit you.
Good. My lord, I profess yourself your most obedient counsellor, loyal servant, and come from your good queen.
Good queen.
Good queen, my lord, good queen. I say good queen.
Force her hence.
And that good queen has brought you forth a daughter. Here she is. Commend her, your blessing.
Out! Witch, will you not push her out? Give her the bastard. Take it up, I say, that brat is none of mine. It is the issue of Polixenes. Hence with it, and together with its mother, commit them to the fire.
It is yours. Behold, my ladies, a copy of the father. Eyes, nose, lips, the very mould and frame of his hand.
A wonder indeed, the very image of her father.
Oh, holy innocent, blessings fall on this our royal court.
You did well to bring her hence, Paulina.
A nest of traitors.
I am none by this good light.
Nor I. Nor any but one that's here, and that's thyself, Leontes.
A gross hag. And you, Antigonus, you will be hanged if you cannot stay her tongue.
If you have all the husbands that cannot do that feat, my lord, you'll leave yourself hardly one subject.
On your allegiance, out of the chamber with her. Were I a tyrant, what were her life? Away with her.
I pray you do not push me. I'll be gone. Look, your babe, my lord. 'Tis yours. Jove, send her a better guiding spirit. What needs these hands? So. Farewell. Good fortune upon the babe.
Traitor, you have set your wife to do this. My child? Away with it, and see it instantly consumed with fire, even thou, and none but thou, for you have set on your wife.
I did not, sir. These ladies can clear me of it.
We can, my lord. He is not guilty of her coming hither.
Your liars all.
Beseech your highness, give us better credit. We have always served you truly.
On our knees we beg that you do change this purpose, which, being so horrible and bloody, must lead unto some foul issue. We all kneel.
Shall I live on to see the bastard call me father? Better burn it now than curse it then. You, sir, come you hither. What will you undertake to save this brat's life?
Anything, my lord, that my ability may undergo to save the innocent. Anything possible.
It shall be possible. Swear by this thou wilt perform my bidding.
I shall, my lord.
Then carry this female bastard hence. Bear it to some remote and desert place out of our dominions, and there leave it, without more mercy, to its fate.
I swear to do this, though a present death had been more merciful. Come, poor babe. Some powerful spirit instruct the kites and ravens to be thy nurses. Wolves and bears, they say, casting their savageness aside, have done like offices of pity. Sir, be prosperous in more than this deed does require, and blessing against this cruelty fight on thy side. Poor thing, condemned to loss.
No, I'll not rear another issue. What news of Cleomenes and Dion? Our messengers to the oracle.
Posts from those who sent to the oracle are come an hour since. Cleomenes and Dion, being well arrived from Delphos, are both landed and are hastening to the court.
So please do, sir. Their speed has been beyond account.
Pray Apollo may bring light again to these dreadful shadows, and joy again to the court.
23 days they have been absent. 'Tis good speed, and 'tis most certain the great Apollo will have the truth of this appear. Prepare you, ladies. Summon a session that we may charge our most disloyal lady. For as she hath been publicly accused, so shall she have a just and open trial. While she lives, my heart will be a burden to me. Leave me, and act upon my bidding.
We shall, my lord.
The climate's delicate, the air most sweet, fertile the isle, the temple much surpassing the common praise it bears.
I shall report for it most courtly. The celestial habits, methinks I so should term them, and the reverence of their wares. Oh, the sacrifice! How ceremonious, solemn, and unearthly it was in the offering.
But of all, the burst in the ear-deafening voice of the oracle, kin to Jove's thunder, so surprised my sense that I was nothing.
If the event of the journey prove as successful to the Queen, will be it so. As it hath been to us rare, pleasant, speedy, the time is worth the use of it.
Great Apollo to an altar the best, these proclamations so forcing bolts upon Hermione, I was alike.
The violent carriage of it will clear or end the business, when the oracle, thus by Apollo's great divine sealed up, shall the contents discover something rare, even then will rush to knowledge. Go! Fresh horses! Gracious be the issue.
Sessions, to our great grief we pronounce, the party tried the daughter of a king, our wife, and one of us too much beloved. Let us be cleared of being tyrannous, since we so openly proceed in justice. Produce the prisoner.
It is His Highness's pleasure that the Queen appear in person here in court. Silence.
Read the indictment.
Hermione, Queen to the worthy Leontes, King of Sicilia, thou art here accused of high treason in committing adultery with Polixenes, King of Bohemia, and conspiring with Camilla to take away the life of our sovereign lord, the King, thy royal husband, the pretence whereof being by circumstances partly laid open. Thou, Hermione, contrary to the faith and allegiance of a true subject, didst counsel and aid them for their better safety, to fly away by night.
Since what I am to say must be but that which contradicts my accusation, and the testimony on my part no other but what comes from myself, it shall scarce boot me to say not guilty. But you, my lord, best know my past life hath been as chaste, as true as I am now unhappy. Behold me, a a member of the royal bed, a great king's daughter, the mother to a hopeful prince. Here, standing to talk for life and honour before all who please to come and hear. I appeal to your own conscience, sir.
You will not own it?
For Polixenes, with whom I'm accused, I do confess I loved him as in honour he required, as might become a lady like me, as yourself commanded. For conspiracy, I know not how it tastes. All I know of it is that Camilla was an honest lady, and why she left your court, the gods themselves, knowing no more than I, are ignorant.
You knew of her departure, as you know what you have undertaken to do in her absence.
Sir, you speak in language that I understand not.
You had a bastard by Polixenes. As you were past, all shame thy brat hath been cast out. And so shalt thou feel our justice, in whose easiest passage look for no less than death.
Sir, spare your threats. To me can life be no commodity. The crown and comfort of my life, your favour. I do give lost. My second joy and first fruit of my body. From his presence I am barred. My third comfort is from my breast hauled out to murder. Myself on every post proclaimed a harlot. Now, my liege, tell me what blessings I have here alive, that I should fear to die. Therefore, proceed. Your honours all, I do refer me to the oracle. Apollo be my judge.
This your request is altogether just. Therefore bring forth, and in Apollo's name, his oracle. You here shall swear that you, Cleomenes and Dion, have been both at Delphos, and from thence have brought the sealed up oracle, by the hand delivered of great Apollo's priest, and that since then you have not dared to break the holy seals, nor read the secrets in it.
Of this we swear.
Break up the seals and read.
Hermione is chaste, Polixenes blameless, Camilla a true subject, Leontes a jealous tyrant, his innocent babe truly begotten.
The king shall live without an heir, if that which is lost be not found.
Now blessed be the great Apollo.
Hast thou read truth?
Aye, my lord, even so as is here set down.
There is no truth at all in the oracle. This is mere falsehood. The session shall proceed.
My lord the king! Oh, my lord!
What is the business?
Oh, sir, I shall be hated to report it. The prince, your son, in his great sickness, and fearing of his mother's fate, is gone.
How? Gone?
Apollo, spare me for that which I must tell you. Mamilius is dead.
Apollo's angry, and the heavens themselves do strike at my injustice. Look to the queen.
This news is mortal to our lady. Look down, you gods, and see what death is doing.
Take her hence, her heart is overcharged. I have too much to believe mine own suspicion. Beseech you, tenderly apply some remedies for life. Apollo, pardon my great sin against thine oracle. I'll reconcile me to Polixenes. You woo my queen. Recall the good Camilla whom I proclaim a lady of truth, of mercy for being transported by my jealousness to bloody thoughts and to revenge. I chose Camilla as my minister to poison my friend Polixenes, who, most humane and filled with honour, revealed to my kingly guest my practice. Quit her fortunes here. How she glisters through my rust.
good that you do these things, my lord. With Jove's grace, our good queen shall recover.
Woe the while. Oh, cut my lace, lest my heart cracking break too!
What fit is this, good lady?
What torments, tyrant, hast thou now for me? What wheels, racks, fires, what flame, boiling in leads or oils? What old or newer torture must I receive, whose every touch deserves to taste of thy most worst? That thou betrayest Polixenes, 'twas nothing. Nor is it much thou wouldst have poisoned good Camillo's honour to have to kill a king for trespassing. Whereof I reckon thee casting forth to crows of thy baby daughter to be, or none, or little. Nor is directly laid to thee the death of thy young prince, whose own most honourable thoughts cleft his little heart. But the last. Oh, ladies, when I have said, cry woe! The queen, thy kindest, sweetest creature's dead. And vengeance for it not dropped down yet.
Say this is not so, but some cruel jest.
I say she's dead, I'll swear it. If word or oath prevail not, go see. If you can bring tincture or lustre to her lip, heat outwardly or breathe within, I will serve you as I would the gods. Oh, thou tyrant, do not repent these sins, for they are heavier than all thy woes can stir. Instead, commit thyself to nothing but despair. 1,000 years, 10,000 prayers, naked, fasting in still winter, and barren storm perpetual could not move the gods to look upon thee.
Go on. Go on. Thou canst not speak too much, for I have deserved all tongues to talk their bitterest.
Say no more, Paulina. Prithee, howe'er the business goes, you have made fault in the boldness of your speech.
Apollo is truly revenged upon Sicilia.
Friends, depart this place and leave the king to grieve.
Alas, I have shown too much the rashness of a woman. He is touched to the bitter heart. What's gone, and what's past help should be past grief. Therefore, I beseech you, rather let me be punished. It has minded you of what you must now forget. Royal sir, forgive a foolish woman. Take but your patience to you, and I'll be gone.
Thou didst speak, but well, when most the truth. I pray you, bring me to the bodies of my dead queen and son. One grave shall be for both. Once a day, I'll visit the chapel where they lie, and tears shed there shall be my recreation. So long as nature will bear up this exercise, so long I daily vow to use it. Come, and lead me to these sorrows.
This is the coast of Bohemia. I fear we've landed in ill time. The skies look grim and threaten sudden storms. Captain! Gentlemen! What? Gone? Oh, I'm alone and lost in this fearful place. They say this country is feared for the creatures of prey that do live in it. In truth, the heavens are angry with this act I do have in hand, which is most cruel and never may be forgiven or excused. O Leontes, what deed your jealousy has driven you to perform, and I must be thy agent in the eyes of the gods. Come, poor babe. Your fate lies in my arms now, and what I must do, I cannot tell. Do my eyes confound me? I have heard that the spirits of the dead may walk again, and this is so like the shade of Hermione that I must believe the good lady, your mother, to be dead. And alas, this is her spirit come to punish me.
Antigonus, since fate has made you the person for the casting out of my poor babe, places remote enough are in Bohemia. He'll weep and leave it crying, and since the babe is lost forever, Perdita she shall be called, the lost one. For the cruel act forced upon you by my lord, I curse you with this fate, that never more will you see Cecilia, or your wife, Paulina.
Farewell, good lady. And lie here, child. And here, beside you, your story and your fortune. Blossom, speed thee well. The heavens are angry and send their storms upon us. A savage clamour. This is the chase. I'm not.
There were no age between 16 and 3 and 20, or that youths would sleep out the rest, for there is nothing in the between but getting wenches with child, wronging the ancientry, stealing, fighting. Hark! Now would any but these boiled brains of youth hunt in this weather? They scared away too my best sheep, which I fear the wolf will soon find them the mistress. If anywhere I shall find them, 'tis by the seaside, browsing of ivy. Now, by the heavens above us, what have we here? Mercy on us, a bairn. A very pretty bairn. Is it a boy or a child, I wonder? It's a girl. A pretty one. A very pretty one. Sure, some shady business here. This has been some behind the door work, I warrant. Aye, they were woman that got this, and the poor thing is here. I'll best take it up for pity, else the poor thing will make good eating for the beasts. Yet I'll tarry till my 2 daughters come. They are hereabouts, seeking our lost ones. I'll call to them. Oh, ho, Phyllis! Ho there, Corin!
What?
What? Art so near? Children, if you would see a sight to talk of when you are dead and rotten, come hither, and make speed. Why, what ails you, children?
Oh, madam, we've seen 2 such sights. I see and my land.
In
Sometimes to see them and not to see them.
Now the ship bored in the moon with her mainmast, and swallowed up with yeast and froth as it's seen down the vale.
And see how the bear tore out his shoulder bone, how he cried for us to help when he said his name was
Antigonus, a nobleman, but to make an end of the ship. See how the sea flat-backed it, the thirst, how the poor souls roared and the sea mocked them.
And how the poor gentleman roared and the bear mocked him, both roaring louder than the sea all weather.
In the name of mercy, daughter, when was this?
Now, just now, we've not winked since we saw these sights.
The men are not yet cold into the water, nor the bear half dined on the gentleman. Why, he's at it now.
Would I have been by to have helped that poor man?
I would have been by the ship's side to have helped her. But there your charity would have lacked footing.
Heavy matters, heavy matters. But look thee here, children. Now bless thyselves. Thou met with things dying, I with things new born. Here's a sight for your eyes. Look thee here, a bearing cloth for a squire's child. Look thee here. Take up, girl. Open it. So let's see. It was told me I should be rich one day by the fairies. This is some changeling child, left here by the little folk. Open the box, girl. What's within?
You are a maid, old woman. If the sins of your youth have forgiven you, you're well to live.
Gold, all gold.
This is fairy gold, children. Up with it. Keep it close. It never does to tell of fairy gold, but we must guard it wisely, and the child too, against the day her story is told. Home, girls, home, the shortest way. We are lucky folk now, and to be so still requires nothing but secrecy. Come, good children, the shortest way home.
Go you the next way home. I'll go see if the bear hath gone for the gentleman, and if there be any of them left, I'll bury him.
That's a good deed. If thou may learn by that which is left of him what he is, fetch me to the sight of him.
Indeed I will. Farewell, good mother and sister.
Mother, our lost sheep are not found.
Let them go, daughter, for we have found a greater thing. Now take up the child and be gone. There are secrets here which the likes of us can barely think on. It will take time till all the truth be known. Aye, a goodly time.
You know me all, for I am time, that fills your days with joy or terror, good or bad. To use my wings I take upon me, and slide across the gap of 16 years, in my swift passage, as my tale requires. Leaving Leontes grieving his fond jealousies, I turn my glass and show you all this scene. Fair Bohemia and the king's son, Florizel by name, and Perdita, the babe, now grown in grace, no princess, but a shepherdess's daughter. Let these two meet, and what should follow after is the argument of time.
Oh, friend, your face betrays some urgent matter.
In this letter, my former King Leontes pronounces his great sorrow. Begs to hear of my return to Sicilia.
I pray, good Camilla, tell me no more. Should your service now be a loss too great to bear?
16 years have passed since I last saw my country, and I would desire to leave my bones there. Besides, I might yet be some comfort to the penitent king.
And I too have great need of help and comfort, good Camilla. That fatal country, Sicilia, speak no more. Whose very name punished me the remembrance of that penitent, as thou callest him, whose death is most precious queen and children are even now afresh lamented. To our own affairs we must turn our thoughts. Now, give me news of Prince Florizel, my son, whose manner of late has been regardless of his father. What of them have you heard, who you might tell?
Sir, it is 3 days since I last saw the prince. What his happier affairs may be, are to me unknown. But I have heard that he is often at the house of a simple shepherdess, a woman grown from nothing into some fortune, beyond the imagining of her neighbours.
So have I heard. The shepherdess sent her daughter of rare note, whose beauty seemed far beyond her cottage.
So have I heard, and I fear that she may be the angle of plots your son thither.
Camilla, you must come with me to that place, where in disguise may observe my son, and question this shepherdess, from whose simplicity I think it not easy to get the cause of my son's resort thither.
I willingly obey your command.
Thanks, good Camilla. And with this deed I pray you, lay aside all thoughts of your Cecilia.
That's what they call me. Oh yes, I know what you're thinking. What's that of a stupid name's that? Oh, Tally Cuss. Oh, Talicus. Well, it suits me. Why? 'Cause if you know your ancient Greek, and I'm sure all you grammar school types out there do, you'll know that Autolycus was the prince of thieves. Oh, I've been this, that, an actor, a peddler, once even a carcher. I sold Prince Bonizel until, oh, well, that's a tale for another day. But what I really am, is a pickpocket, and one of the best. A snapper-upper of unconsidered trifles, as I've heard them say. And who can say no to a nice bit of trifle? I've had most of my dealings with these simple country types. And who believe it, here from a proper pair now. To business. Just you watch carefully, all right?
Here's our other sister's note. Thou knowest it is thy duty to buy to our feast. And here's the list of our wants.
Hey, Sister Phyllis, and a job for the kitchen wench. Make me not go to market. Thou knows that has no occupation for a young girl with an eye for the boys.
Time enough for that, sister, when the dancing is done. Now thou knowest this old mother of ours, God bless her, made this younger sister of ours the mistress of the feast, which she says is a matter of family honour, as her old mother, God bless her, was likewise mistress when she was a young man. And since you are the younger sister, it's you she sets on to do the work, whilst I attend to her dressing.
Fine, I'll do if I can. Give me the note. Thou knows I can read it if the hand be good.
Now tarry not by the road, and go the straightest way, and beware thy purse. There are pickpockets abroad, they say.
Never fear, sister, nor sword nor cudgel shall part me from my purse.
Fare thee well then till the feast, and fail not.
What am I to buy for our sheep shearing feast? Let's see. 3 pounds of sugar, 5 pounds of currants. Rice. Oh, the sister of always do a rice. Oh, I must have saffron to colour the pies. Mace, nutmeg 7, a race or 2 of ginger, but that I may beg. 4 pounds of prunes and as many again as raisins.
That I was born!
What of his name is this?
Oh, madam, help me, help me. I am beaten and robbed, my money and clothing taken from me, and these detestable rags put upon me.
Oh, lend me thy hand. Come here, lend me thy hand.
Oh, good, sweet madam. Oh,
Oh, alas, poor soul.
oh, softly, good madam. Oh, I fear, madam, my shoulder blade is out.
How now? Can you stand?
Oh, softly, good madam, softly. Oh. You have done me a charitable office.
Do you need any money? Because I can give it them.
No! Good, sweet madam, no. I beseech you, offer me no money, I pray you. I have kinsmen, not past 3/4 of a mile hence, unto whom I was going. Thou shalt have food, or anything I want. Offer me no money, sweet madam, I pray you. That kills my heart.
And what manner of man was it that robbed you?
A fellow, madam. One that I've known to go about the fairs with games of chance. I knew him also once to be a servant to the prince, until for his virtues he was whipped out of the court.
Vices you mean? No virtue whipped out of court.
Vices, I would say, madam. I knew this man well. He hath tried his hand at every manner of occupation, and settled on none other than that of rogue. Some call him Autolycus.
How now? I know the man you speak of. He's a scoundrel of the first order. He owns wakes, fairs, and bear baitings.
Aye, he, madam, he. That's the scoundrel that put me into his apparel.
There is a more of a cowardly rogue in all of Bohemia. If you but look big and spit at him, he'd have fled.
I confess to you, madam, I'm no fighter. I'm false of heart that way, and that he knew. I warrant him.
So, how fare you now?
Good, sweet madam, better off than I was before. I think I can walk.
Very well then. I must attend to our sheep shearing feast, so farewell.
Prosper you, sweet madam! And I will with you at the sheep shearing too. And if I make not a profit, and the shearers prove but sheep, then let my name be put in the book of virtue.
Dear Perdita, in these your feast day clothes, no shepherdess do you seem, but a goddess. I bless the time my falcon made her flight across your father's land, leading me to you.
But you, good Florizel, your princely self you have obscured in peasant's clothing for our feast. Even now I fear your royal father should pass by and find us this. Your greatness is not used to such feast.
With these dark thoughts, I pray you, Perdita, do not spoil the mirth of the feast. Your guests are here. Lift up your eyes, as if it were the day of that celebration which we two, nothing holding the difference of our two states to account, have sworn shall come.
O fortune, smile on us.
See, your guests approach. Address yourself to entertain them sprightly, and let's be ready in there.
song and dance a turn, now at your friend at the table, now in the middle, on his shoulder and his, and how my visage glowed then. But daughter, you keep yourself apart, like a feasted one, and not the hostess of the meeting. Pray you, bid these unknown friends to his welcome, for it is a way to make us better friends. Come now, quench your blushes and present yourself as that which you are, the mistress of the feast. Come up and bid all welcome to our sheep shearing, as our good flock shall prosper.
You are welcome both. Right hand, sir, here's flowers for you. Flowers of the little summer given to men of middle age. And to you, stranger though thou art, here's flowers for you, to bid you a hearty welcome.
Shepherdess, and a fine one are you. Fit our persons well with these flowers.
Grace and remembrance to you both, and welcome to our shearing. Now you, my fairest friend, I would I had some flowers of the spring, to make you garlands of and cover you with flowers, but these I lack.
You wish to cover me with flowers, like a corpse.
No, not like a corpse, but like a grassy bed for love to lie and play on.
Now let us walk. Welcome all your guests. This is the prettiest low-born lass that I ever saw. I think she seems or does some absolute great in herself. Too noble for this place.
Indeed, she's a queen of curtain green.
Bracelets and necklaces, gloves and pins, perfumes and sweetmeats, aprons and shawls. Come boy from me, come boy from me, lad, or I shall lasses cry. Come boy.
Let me buy. I'm nothing to worship feasting. Please let me buy.
Pretty lady, what do you have? A precious shawl? A fine bonnet?
Oh, let me have both, but it seems I've lost my money.
Indeed, madam. There are pickpockets about, and it is wise to be wary.
Oh well then, if there's no free new apparel, then at least let there be dance. Strike up!
Drink down the Elvis, dance with me, friends. We've done ourselves the hard work, the labour season ends. She who is the mother, she who is the seed, she who is the sun, the soil, the giver of life indeed. Yourselves a lass, me lads, hold her in your arms. She'll be here with you next year, so lay on your best charms. She who is the mother, she who is the seed, she who is the sun, the soil, the giver of life indeed.
They call him Doricles, and he boasts himself to have a worthy feeding. I have but report, and I believe it. He looks like an honest man. He says he loves my daughter. I think so too, for never gaze the moon upon the water as he'll stand and read my daughter's eyes. And to be plain, I think today they mean to mark their contract.
Camilla, 'tis too far gone. 'Tis time to part them. How now, fair shepherd? Your heart seems full of something that takes your mind from feasting. Is this fair queen your lass?
Oh, sir, even if I was heir to all the kingdom, I would not prize it half so much as I do her.
Fairly offered.
This shows a sound affection.
But my daughter, say you the like to him?
I cannot speak so long, no mean better, but say, I do love him.
Take hands, a bargain, and friends will know, you shall bear witness. I give my daughter to him that does love her.
Then, good old mother, seal our contract before these visitors.
Come, your hand, and daughter, yours.
Soft swain, a while beseech you. Have you a father?
I have, but what of him?
Knows he of this?
He neither does nor shall.
By my faith, a father holds some business in such a council.
But for reasons, my grave sir, I will not acquaint my father with this business.
I pray you, let him.
He shall not.
Nay, let him.
He must not.
Let him, my son. He shall not need to grieve at knowing of this choice.
He must not. Come, mark our contract.
Mark your divorce, young sir, whom son I dare not call, a prince that dallies with a shepherd girl. You, old woman, prepare yourself for hanging, and you, fresh piece of witchcraft, I'll have your beauty scratched out with thorns before you can hook your claws in this boy. Floritzel, if evermore you sigh for this enchantress, you'll be barred from your succession. Mark these words, and follow us to the court.
Oh, how we are undone. Sir, you must be gone. I'll queen at no inch farther, but tend to my flocks and weep.
Oh, sir, you have undone a woman in the winter of her years. O cursed daughter, thou knew this was the prince. Undone, undone, undone. I cannot speak, nor think, nor dare to know that which I know. O sir, you have undone a mother that thought to die upon the bed my mother died, to lie close by her honest bones. But now, some hangman must put on my shroud and lay me where no priest shovels in dust. O cursed daughter, thou knew this was the prince, and would have ventured to mingle faith with him. Undone, undone. I cannot speak, and I'd rather die.
Oh, my poor mother. I have broken her good heart.
Alexandra, lift up your looks. Not for Bohemia, not all the world will I break my own to you, and I swear I shall make all good deal of it.
How often have I told you 'twould be thus? How often said my dignity would last but till 'twere known?
Prince Floritzel, tell me, what will you do now?
Camilla, for so I think you are. I'm sorry, but not afraid. Let my father bar me from succession. I'm heir to my affections only.
Be advised, this is desperate, sir.
So call it if you must. I think it honesty. Camilla, I'm resolved for flight with this my lady.
Then you must choose a place to fly to. Where will it be, say?
No place within my father's realms.
Then listen to me. Make you to Sicilia. Present yourself and your princess to the king. Say that you bring your father's greetings, that he is much awed in his belief, and knows his brother to be worthy of his love. So shall Leontes open his arms and welcome you, asking the son's forgiveness in the father's person.
Camilla, thou wast ever a wise counsellor. So shall we go, and so shall all be made well, fair sir.
I pray that it shall. Then fortune speed us.
Thus we set on, Camilla, to Sicilia.
The swifter speed the better. Go, and I'll occupy the king against your flight. Godspeed you both, and farewell. This lover's flight shall serve my turn too. What I do next shall be to tell Polixenes of his escape, and whither they are bound, to which I know the king shall follow after, in whose company I too shall return to Sicilia, and all for all shall be forgiven there.
Now, this is a mighty trifle. I understand the business. I've heard it all. The prince and his young shepherdess are bound for Sicilia, and Autolycus knows all. An honest man would acquaint the king with this, but I'm not an honest man, and constant to my profession, I hold it the more knavery to conceal it, till it shall bear me greater fruit. Aside, here is my matter for a hot brain. What more profit can they be made from a knavish man?
There is no other way but to tell the king she's a fairy child, and none of your flesh and blood.
Nay, but hear me!
Nay, but hear me!
Go to, then.
She, being none of your flesh and blood has not offended the king, and so your flesh and blood is not to be punished by him. Show those things you found about her, those secret things, and all shall be amended.
Well, let us to the king. There is matter in this bundle will make him scratch his beard.
How now, rustics? I know not what may be in this bundle, but I'm sure there be profit in it. Whither are you bound?
To the king's palace, so please you, master.
And what would you there that might concern my master, the king?
The king, your master? Are you a courtier, sir?
See you not the air of the court in my bearing? Smell you not the perfume of the court upon me? Though I'm dressed for the country on this feasting day, ladies, be assured, I'm a courtier from head to foot. Whereupon I command you to disclose your business with the king. What advocate you have for him?
I know not advocate, my lord.
Advocates to court word for a pheasant. Say you have none.
None, sir. I have no pheasant, cock, nor hen.
What for that box? What have you in your bundle?
Sir, there lies some secrets in this box, which none must know but the king, and which he might know within this hour, if I may come to the palace and speak with him.
Shepherdess, you lose your labours, for I know that the king is not at his palace. He is aboard a ship to air himself, for the king is full of grief.
So 'tis said, sir, about his son that should have married a shepherdess's daughter.
Ah, I've heard of that old cheap whistling rogue. They say he should be stoned to death. But that such a death would be too easy for a traitor.
And have you heard what's to become of the old lady's daughters, good sir?
The daughter shall be flayed alive, and then painted over with honey, set on the head of a wasp's nest, and there stand till they be 3/4 dead. Then look over it again, and set against a brick wall on the hardest day of the calendar, until they are blown to death with flies. But why talk we of these traitorly rascals, whose miseries are to be smiled at? Dispatch a bit of your principal the king, until I take his wings aboard and speak on your behalf.
He seems to be of great authority. Give him gold, mother. Remember, stoned and flayed alive.
If it please you, sir, to undertake the business for us, here is gold for thee, and more besides.
Sir, I will give you as much as this woman does, when the business is performed.
I will trust you. Walk before me to the seaside, and fortune favour all. This fortune drops treasures into my mouth. I have earned gold, and the means to favour myself with the king. I will lead these blind ones, these moles, aboard the king's ship. I know not what may chance, but from these trifles a fortune may grow, and I shall once more be in favour. So, to the sea coast, and aboard!
Sir, you have done enough and have performed a saint-like sorrow. No fault could you make which you have not redeemed. Indeed, paid more penitence than done trespass. Now, alas, do as the heavens have done. Forget your evil. With them, forgive yourself.
Whilst I remember her and her virtues,
I cannot forget my blemishes in them, and so still think of the wrong I did, which was so much, that else it hath made my kingdom.
True. Too true, my lord, if one by one you wedded all the world, from all the tar took something good to make the perfect woman, she that you killed would be unparalleled.
I think so. Killed. She I killed. But thou strikest me sorely to say I did, Paulina.
Now, good lady, you might have said 1,000 things that would have done the time more benefit, and graced your kindness better.
You are one of those who would have him wed again.
Feel it not so, you pity not the state, nor the remembrance of his most sovereign name. Consider little what dangers, by times fail of issue, may drop upon his kingdom, and devour uncertain lookers on. What were more holy than, for royalty's repair, for present comfort, and for future good, to bless the bed of majesty again, with a sweet fellow to it.
There is none worthy. Respecting her that's gone beside, have not the gods fulfilled their secret purposes? For did not Apollo decree that the king shall not have an heir till his lost child be found? 'Tis your counsel, my lord, should to the heavens be contrary, opposed against their wills.
Cannot for issue, my lord, the crown will find an heir.
Good Paulina, who hast the memory of Hermione? I know, if ever I had squared me to thy counsel then, even now I may have looked upon my queen's full eyes again. Stars, stars and all else dead coals. Fear thou no wife. I'll have no wife, Paulina.
Will you swear never to marry but by my free leave?
Never. So we bless my spirit.
Then good, my lords, bear witness.
You tempt him overmuch.
Unless another as like Hermione as this a picture affronts his eye. I have done. Yet if my lord shall remarry,
Give me the office to choose his queen, and she shall be as walked his first queen's ghost. It should take joy to see her in your arms.
My true Paulina, we shall not marry till thou bid it.
That shall be when your first queen's again in breath. Never till then.
Pardon, my lord, one that names himself Prince Florizel comes hither to your high presence with his princess, and she the fairest that might appear on this earth.
Florizel, and his princess, say you with him?
Aye, my lord, she is most noble and dignified at his side.
How strange thus should steal upon us. Is a proof so sudden, tells us this is forced by need or accident.
Had our young Prince Mamilius lived to see this hour, he would have been fed well with
Prithee,
this, our lord.
no more, cease, for he dies to me again when talked of. Look where they are come. Florizel, son of my most wronged friend, dearly welcome, and your fair princess, you're as welcome here as is the spring to the earth.
Leontes, by my father's command I come into Sicilia, and from him give you all the greetings that king can send. But for infirmity, he would have seized the time and crossed the lands and waters to his brother.
You have a holy father, a graceful gentleman, against whose person, sacred as it is, I have done sin. And the heavens, taking angry note, have left me issueless and bereft.
You honour us both with these your sentiments.
most noble sir, that which I shall report will bear no credit, will not prove so nigh. Please you. Bohemia sends you his most gracious greeting, and desires you to arrest his son forthwith, who has his dignity and duty both cast off, and fled his father with this shepherd's daughter.
Where's Bohemia? Speak.
Here in this city, I was in his presence this half hour past.
Camilla has betrayed me, whose honesty until now has endured all weathers.
A worthy accusation. She is with the king, your father.
Who, Camilla?
Camilla, sir. I spoke with her, and with her come the whole sorry family of this wench. Never saw I wretches so quick. They kneel, they kiss the earth, forswear themselves as often as they speak, the old mother, the earnest daughter, and the daughter.
Oh, Florizel, the heavens are cruel and will not have our contract sealed.
What say you? Not sealed? You are not yet married.
Truly we are not, sir, nor are we like to be.
But Prince, she is the daughter of a king.
She will be, when once she is my wife.
Alas, how can that be? I am most sorry, Florizel, that you have broken from your father, to whom you were tied to in duty and in worth.
Beseech you, sir, remember when you owed no more to time than I do now. Step forth, my advocate. At your request, my father will grant precious things.
Your honour shows as bright as your desires, and I am friend unto them and to you. upon which errand I will to your father. Therefore follow me, and mark what way I make. Come, my good lords.
Try as I might, I could not be by when the two kings met. How I should yearn to know what was said and done, and how I might profit on it. In good time. Here come the ladies of the court. They'll tell, and Autolycus shall hear.
Were you present at this wonder? I was by at the opening of the treasure, and heard the old shepherd woman deliver the manor how she found it. Whereupon, we were commanded out of the chamber. Only thought I heard the shepherd woman say, it was she that found the child.
I would most gladly know the issue of it.
I can tell you a broken delivery of the business, but the changes I perceived in the king and Camilla were very notes of admiration. They seemed almost, with staring on each other, to tear the cases out of their eyes. There was speech in their dullness, language in their very gesture. A notable passion of wonder appeared in them. But the wise beholder, who knew no more but seeing, could not tell if this were joy or sorrow. Here come two ladies who happily no more. The news, Clarissa?
Nothing but delights. The oracle is fulfilled. The king's daughter is found. Such a deal of wonder is broken out within this hour that ballad makers could not be able to express it.
Has the king truly found his heir?
Most true, without a doubt, for there is such unity in the proofs. The mantle of Queen Hermione's, her jewel about the neck of it, the letters of Antigonus which were found with it, which they know to be his own writing, the majesty of the child and resemblance of the mother, the affection of nobleness which nature shows to be above her breeding, proclaim her with all certainty to be the king's daughter. Did you not see the meeting of the two kings?
Pity me, but I did not.
Then have you lost a sight, which was to be seen, but cannot be spoken of. There my youth beheld one joy crown another, in such a manner that it seemed sorrow wept to take leave of them, for their joy waded in tears.
There was casting up of eyes, holding up of hands, with countenances of such great distraction. Our king, being ready to leap out of himself with joy for his new-found daughter, cries, "Oh, thy mother, thy mother!" Then asks Bohemia for forgiveness, then embraces his son-in-law, then embraces his new-found daughter. Now he thanks the old shepherd woman, who stands by like a fountain flowing tears.
But what, pray you, became of Antigonus, who carried hence the child?
He was torn to pieces by a bear. This tells us the old woman's son, who has not only his innocence, which seems much to justify him, but a ring and handkerchiefs of his that Paulina knows.
What then became of his ship and followers?
Wrecked, the same instant of their master's death, and in the view of the fearful shepherd's children, so that all the instruments which aided to expose the child were lost, even then when it was found. But oh, the noble combat between joy and sorrow that was fought in Paulina. One eye declined for the loss of her husband, another elevated that the oracle was fulfilled. She lifted the princess from the earth, and so locks her in embracing, as if she would pin her to her heart.
One of the prettiest touches of all, and that which angled the most from our eyes, was when, at the relation of the queen's death, the manner of how she came to it confessed and lamented by the king, how this wounded the daughter, till, from one sign of sadness to another, she did, I would even say, bleed her tears. Some swooned, all sorrowed. If the world had seen it, the woe had been universal.
And do they now return to the court?
Now there I have you. For as I came hence, I heard talk of Hermione's statue, a piece many years in the making, and now newly complete and in the care of Paulina. The princess, hearing of this statue, so like its subject that they say one would speak to her and stand in hope of answer, at once asked to behold such a marvel, and thither are they all now gone.
Ah, I thought Paulina had some great matter there at hand, for she has privately twice or thrice a day, ever since the death of Hermione, visited that remote place. Shall we go along, and with the company peace there rejoicing?
We should lose a wonder if we fail. Let's alone and share in this happy.
Had I not the dash of my former life upon me, preferment should drop upon my head. I'll have the old woman and her brood about the prince, fortunate yet to repay me for my deeds. Here come those who have done good to against my will, and already appearing in the blossoms of their fortunes.
Come, children, I have past more bearing, but your sons will be all gentlemen born.
Happy greetings to your ladyships. Are you playing off the court now?
You are well met, good sir. See not these claws? Would you say not we are true lady born?
And I, the very essence of a lady too?
Oh, indeed, madam. You are indeed a lady born,
We have
and
been-
you indeed, madam, a lady of long breeding.
We have been noblewomen of long service these 4 hours.
I humbly beseech you, friends, to pardon me of all the faults I have committed to your good worships, and to give me a good report to my master, the prince.
Children, do so, but we must be gentle, now we are gentles born.
Thou wilt amend thy life.
Aye, if it please your good worships.
Sir, if you be true to your word, I will swear to the king you be as honest a fellow as any in Bohemia.
I will prove so, madam, to the best of my powers. And I'll be aside to spy at how I'm best served in this case.
Hark! The kings and the princes, our kindred, are going to see the queen's picture. Let's join them and be good nobles all.
O grave and good Paulina, we have come throughout your house and seen many a wonder, but you have still withheld the figure of our beloved queen.
As she lived peerless, so her dead likeness, I do well believe, excels whatever yet you have looked upon, or handed man hath done. Therefore I keep it lonely, apart. But here it is. Prepare to see the life as lively still as sleep mock death. Behold, and say 'tis well. I like your silence. The more it shows off your wonder, but yet speak. First June, my lord. Comes it not something near?
Chide me, dear stone, that I may say indeed thou art Hermione. Just so she stood, with even such life of majesty.
Thou gave me leave to kneel and implore her blessing.
Patience! The statue's but newly fixed, the colour's not dry.
My lord, your sorrow is too so laid on, which 16 winters cannot blow away.
See, my lords, would you say it not breathed, and that those veins did verily bear blood?
The very light seems warm upon her lip.
I'll close the doors. My lord seems so far transported, he'll think anon the statue lives.
Oh, sweet Paulina, still it seems there is an air come from her. Let no man mock, for I will kiss her.
Good, my lord, forbear. The readiness upon her lip is wet, you'll mar it if you kiss it. Shall I close the doors?
No, not in 20 years.
So long could I stand by, and look her up.
Either forbear. Quit presently the chapel, or resolve ye for more amazement. If you can behold it, I can make the statue move, indeed descend and take you by the palm. But then you'll think, shall I protest against it? I am assisted by wicked powers.
But you can make her do. I am content to look on, or to speak I am content to hear. But it is easy to make her speak as move.
It is required you do awake your faith. Then all stand still. Those that think it is unlawful business I'm about, let them depart.
Proceed. No foot shall stir.
Music. Awake her. Strike! 'Tis time. Descend, be stone, no more approach. Bequeath to death your numbness, for from him dear life redeems you. Perceive how she stirs. Start not.
Her actions shall be as holy as you hear my spell is lawful. Do not shun her, nay, present your hand. When she was young, you wooed her. Now, in age, is she become the suitor?
Oh, she's warm. If this be magic, let it be an art as lawful as eating.
She embraces him.
She hangs about his neck. If she pertain to life, let her speak too.
Aye, and make it manifest where she has lived, or has stolen from the dead.
She is living. Though she speak not yet, mark, a little while. Please you to interpose, thy madam kneel, and implore your mother's blessing. Turn, good lady, our perdita is found.
For Queen and Mother, that I never saw mine, but in my dreams, I am your own.
You gods, look down and from your sacred vials pour grace upon my daughter's head. Tell me, mine own, where hast thou been preserved? Where lived? How found thy father's court? For thou shalt know that I, knowing by Paulina that the oracle gave hope thou wast indeed, have preserved myself to see the issue.
O my beloved queen, look to your brother. Both your pardons, that ever I did put between your looks my ill suspicion. This is your son-in-law, and son unto the king, who heaven's directing is, troth plight to your daughter. At leisure may each one demand an answer to his part, performed in this wide gap of time since we were parted. Apollo in the heavens be thanked, for all that was lost is found.